Okay, so now that we've spent the last couple of days talking about the body's electrical communication, frequency stress patterns, and how dysfunction may begin underneath the surface long before physical symptoms appear, let's finally talk about what the AO scan is actually doing. And as I said earlier, the understanding of the technology will become much easier once you stop thinking about the body as only physical and start understanding it more like a communication system, because every organ, every tissue, every gland, every system, even every emotion carries its own measurable signature frequency pattern. The heart has a signature frequency that is different from that of the liver. The stomach communicates differently than the brain. So the stomach has a signature frequency pattern that is different from that of the brain. Stress has a different frequency than joy because both affect our body in different ways. Just like every radio station has its own signature signal. Same concept. And what the AO scan does is it compares your body's frequency communication against healthy blueprint frequency patterns. Now, you may ask, how does it do that? The technology has identified over 120,000 healthy blueprint frequencies associated with your organs, glands, systems, blood biology, nutritional markers, emotional stress patterns, and much more across the human body. During the scan, your voice acts as a biometric input. Why? Because the voice carries vibrational and frequency information connected to your body. The technology then analyzes those frequency patterns of the body and looks for areas where communication may be stressed, imbalanced, overloaded, or maybe not functioning at an optimal level. The technology isn't saying, look, here's your diagnosis. That's not what the technology is about. It's saying, here are the patterns your body may be struggling with, which is why the technology is positioned as educational and preventative rather than diagnostic. And what's more interesting is that the AO scan doesn't just listen and detect. It actually sends optimizing frequencies back into the body to put your body's communication system into a state of homeostasis. Think of it almost like tuning a musical instrument. I know people hear the word frequency and immediately all of a sudden it sounds strange. But as we mentioned earlier, frequency based communication already exists throughout medicine and science. Defibrillators use electrical energy to restore rhythm back into the heart. Brain stimulation therapies use frequencies. Musical notes carry frequencies through sound, which can then affect our mood and our nervous system. Even certain frequencies in nature can influence our emotional state, sometimes immediately making us feel calm and at peace. The idea is not that AO scan is magically healing the body. The idea is that the body already knows how to heal, regulate, and restore itself. And all this technology is doing is helping support and optimize communication and balance within the system. I think that's an important distinction to make here because AO scan is not replacing your doctors. It is not diagnosing you. It is not claiming to cure anything. It's simply giving people another lens through which they can better understand the imbalances and dysfunction that may be happening inside their body, which they may have limited insight into, and giving them a sense of how their body functions as a whole. And I think that's why so many people become interested in this technology, not because they're looking for magic, but because they're tired of feeling disconnected from their body and they just want deeper insight into what may be happening underneath the surface. This is day 8 of my 21-day AO scan awareness series. Today, we briefly touched upon how voice carries vibrational and frequency information connected to your body. I'm certain you're very curious about how that's possible. So tomorrow, we'll explore how.